Long division, this is number 11 on 5-3 worksheet, page 254 side. And it's written in fraction form, so to use long division, I take the denominator, and that goes out in front, and then my long division box, and the numerator terms go inside. And as I begin to write this, I'm checking to make sure I have every x term in there, and I notice that it jumps from x cubed to x, so I'm missing an x squared term. So I'm going to put a spacer in there, and I'll even put it in red so that you'll see that it's something I added in there to represent a missing spot. So then I'll do 6x and 152. We have the other term, so it goes 3, 2, 1, none for my powers of the x. So now I'm all set to go. And the first thing we do is look at the first term inside the box, and I need to get that term using my first term outside the box. Well, I have x power 1, and I need x power 3. So I know that if I times x power 1 by x power something else, I'll get x power 3 if I pick the right thing. Well, I add exponents when I do this, so if I pick 2, then I'm going to have 1 plus 2 equaling 3, so I need an x squared. So I come over to the x squared column over here, and I put x squared up there. But I don't have the coefficient that I need yet, and I need a 2, and I have an invisible 1 coefficient out there right now, so I'm going to put 2x squared as my chosen value that I need to multiply by to get that inside term. So now that I've chosen him, after you choose, you use, so I'm going to use him by multiplying, and we get 2x squared times x is 2x cubed. And then the all-important, easy to forget, I need to times 2x squared by the 4 as well, that second term in the binomial. 2 times 4 gives me a coefficient of 8, and then I have an x squared attached to it still. Before I combine them, I'm going to change the sign. So negative 2x cubed and negative 8x squared. My first two terms cancel. 2x cubed minus 2x cubed disappears. And then I have 0 of the x squared plus or minus 8x squared. So I end up with negative 8x squared. I'm going to bring down that 6x term and start again. I have a new first term, so I'm looking for how to get negative 8x squared from just 1x. I need another x to get x squared, so I'll come over here in my x column, and I also need a negative 8 for the coefficient, so I'm going to multiply by negative 8. I've chosen him, now I'm going to use him to multiply him out front. We're going to get negative 8x squared. Multiply him out to the 4 in front, get minus 32x. Alright, and then we're going to change the sign before we combine. First two terms cancel, and then we have a 6x that's positive and a positive 32x. So that adds up to positive 38x. I'm going to bring down that constant 152 term, and we start again. Not too bad, we're getting through here. So I need 38x, and I just have 1x, so I need the coefficient of 38. I'm going to multiply by, add 38 on top, and then multiply them through. So we get 38 times x, 38x, 38 times 4, do some multiplication over here, 38 times 4, 32, 12 plus 3, 152. Hey, that turned out nice. Plus 152. Before I combine, change the sign. minus 38 minus 152. And hey, they both cancel. So I have no remainder. So my final answer is boxed up there in orange. If I had a remainder, let's say my remainder was 5 or something like that, then I would need to take that remainder. So say we have a remainder of 5. I would need to take that remainder and add him to the end of my polynomial terms up here, the 2x squared minus 8x. I need to add him to the end, so I'd say plus 5 and write him over the x plus 4 that we've been dividing everything by, because he didn't come out nicely. The other 3 terms did, but he didn't, so I'd tack that on to the end. But we don't have a remainder, so final answer is what's in that orange box up there at the top.